Lisa Swain's, Vicky Myers' current troubled state of mind in Coronation Street goes back to the death of her wife, Becky, who is also a police officer. The death of PC Craig Tinker, Colson Smith, who was killed while on duty, was especially hard for Lisa to deal with as it had echoes of Becky's death. She died while she was chasing a suspect when she was mown down by a getaway car. Lisa's grief was compounded by the fact that Becky had been under investigation by the police force's anti-corruption unit just before her death, and this had put a strain on the relationship. In fact, they'd had a huge argument on the day that Becky was killed, something that Lisa deeply regretted later as she never had a chance to apologize and make amends for the things she'd said. Craig's funeral, in which his colleagues and loved ones paid their respects, also made Lisa realize that the cloud of suspicion over Becky at the time of her death had meant she was denied the send-off she deserved. Carla Connor, Alison King, persuaded Lisa that therapy could help her move on from these events. Although skeptical, Lisa gave it a try, but was immediately on the defensive when the therapist broached the subject of Becky. In upcoming episodes, there's an unsettling incident for Lisa when she witnesses a robbery at the corner shop and, rather than springing into action, she freezes. She later refuses to talk about this with Carla, who's puzzled by her actions. Wanting to be supportive, Carla encourages Lisa to continue with therapy, saying that she'll feel much better after a few more sessions. Lisa isn't convinced, but hopes that Carla is right. There could be a twist ahead, though. Michael Bailey, Ryan Russell, borrows Carla's laptop at work and sees something on her screen that surprises him. Is Carla planning to take action of her own in a bid to help Lisa? The drama certainly isn't over for the couple, and pictures have emerged from location filming, showing the two women in a park or woodland, with Lisa in tears and Carla consoling her. Have they been arguing? Or could Lisa have uncovered some new upsetting information about Becky? Coronation Street's Carla Connor has always been known for her strength, resilience, and deep loyalty. But as her relationship with DS Lisa Swain reaches new emotional depths, even she may be unprepared for the painful truths ahead. In a plotline that's capturing the hearts of viewers, the ITV soap takes on grief, guilt, therapy, and the secrets we keep from the ones we love. The emotional landscape of Coronation Street has grown increasingly intense in recent months, thanks in large part to the slow burn but deeply moving romance between Carla Connor, Alison King, and Lisa Swain, Vicky Myers. Their connection, cautious, complicated, and ultimately heartfelt, has evolved from a spark into one of the show's most nuanced and emotionally rich relationships. But as the couple tries to move forward, the ghosts of Lisa's past, particularly the tragic death of her wife Becky, continue to cast a long and painful shadow. What began as a healing journey through therapy may be heading toward a dramatic tipping point, especially as Carla's efforts to help begin to cross into territory Lisa may not be ready for. And when Michael Bailey stumbles upon something surprising on Carla's laptop, fans are left wondering, is Carla trying to fix something that can't be fixed? Let's take a closer look at the heartbreak, mystery, and emotional tightrope this couple is walking, and why viewers are preparing for a major shakeup in the Swarla storyline. DS Lisa Swain is a pillar of strength in her professional life, calm under pressure, meticulous in her work, and fiercely protective of those she loves. But her carefully constructed armor has begun to crack, and the reason lies in a tragedy that still lingers in her every breath: the death of her wife, Becky. Becky, like Lisa, was a police officer. And like Lisa, she faced the daily dangers of the job with courage. But one day, while pursuing a suspect, she was struck by a getaway car and killed. What made her death even harder to bear was the fact that Becky had been under internal investigation by the anti-corruption unit, a cloud that not only stained her reputation but strained her relationship with Lisa in their final days. The couple had a fierce argument shortly before Becky's death, one fueled by stress, mistrust, and emotional exhaustion. Lisa never got the chance to say the things that needed saying, to apologize, to forgive, to make peace. That guilt has eaten away at her ever since. So when her colleague Craig Tinker was killed on duty earlier this year, the memories came flooding back. Craig's death wasn't just a fresh trauma, it echoed Becky's final moments. Watching Craig's loved ones grieve, seeing his colleagues honor his memory, Lisa couldn't help but think of how Becky never received the same farewell. Suspicion had robbed her wife of dignity in death, and Lisa of closure. Enter Carla Connor, who has been quietly, steadfastly supportive of Lisa throughout this emotional minefield. Though Carla has faced her own traumas, including mental health crises, betrayals, and loss, she recognizes Lisa's pain for what it is: unresolved grief laced with guilt. Gently but firmly, Carla encourages Lisa to try therapy. And though Lisa initially resists, arguing that she doesn't do emotions and has always just cracked on, she eventually agrees. But her first session doesn't go well. As soon as the therapist broaches the topic of Becky, Lisa shuts down. Defensive, wary, and visibly uncomfortable, she struggles to answer questions that cut too close to her most tender wounds. "I don't see what digging all this up will help," she later mutters to Carla. "It won't change what happened." Carla, ever patient, reassures her. "No, it won't. But it might help you live with it better." Lisa isn't convinced, but she wants to believe Carla's right. In the coming episodes, the tension around Lisa's emotional state deepens. While out shopping, Lisa witnesses a robbery at the corner shop. But rather than springing into action, as everyone expects her to, she freezes. For a seasoned detective, it's a shocking moment. Lisa's instincts, her training, all seem to vanish in the blink of an eye. The incident leaves her shaken and silent. Carla is puzzled when Lisa refuses to talk about it afterward. She doesn't push too hard, not yet, but the distance between them begins to grow. She's not herself, Carla confides to a colleague. Something's changed since that therapy session, since Craig's funeral, and I don't know how to reach her. Still, Carla remains supportive. She encourages Lisa to keep going to therapy, telling her that healing isn't linear and that a few more sessions could make all the difference. Lisa wants to believe her, but the pressure is mounting, internally and externally. Things take an unexpected turn when Michael Bailey borrows Carla's laptop at Underworld. Initially needing to send a quick email or check a file, Michael instead finds something on Carla's screen that stops him cold. Exactly what he sees hasn't been revealed in official spoilers, but it's enough to leave him visibly surprised. Theories abound. Could Carla be planning a surprise to help Lisa? Perhaps investigating Becky's case herself? Trying to clear her name posthumously? Or has Carla gone one step further and reached out to people from Lisa's past, hoping to give her closure, without asking first? Fans have speculated wildly, especially after photos from a recent location shoot surfaced online, showing Lisa and Carla in a wooded area, mid-confrontation. Lisa appears to be in tears. Carla, arms wrapped around her, looks both consoling and worried. What brought them there? Did Carla's actions push Lisa too far? The swirl of fandom, named after the couple's ship name, Swain plus Carla, has been quick to dissect every line, glance, and teaser. One user on X wrote, "I love Carla trying to help, but I feel like she's about to cross a line Lisa isn't ready for. That therapy scene was painful to watch." Another speculated, "Michael's seeing something on Carla's laptop? I bet she's investigating Becky, trying to give Lisa the peace she never got. Carla would do that, but Lisa won't thank her for it." Others are more hopeful. "I think Carla's planning something beautiful. Maybe a memorial for Becky? Or a way to clear her name. She just wants Lisa to breathe again." Still, many agree on one thing. Allison King and Vicky Myers are delivering some of the most powerful performances of the year. Their scenes crackle with authenticity, vulnerability, and slow-burn chemistry that has viewers completely invested. What makes this storyline resonate so deeply isn't just the romance, it's the realism. Coronation Street has long been praised for tackling mental health and grief with nuance, and Lisa's journey is no exception. Her reluctance to open up in therapy mirrors real-life struggles. For many people, especially those in high-pressure professions like policing, The idea of showing vulnerability feels unnatural. Lisa has spent years holding it together, focusing on her job, being strong for everyone else. Now, faced with raw emotion, she's crumbling and doesn't know how to rebuild. Carla, by contrast, has already done some of this work herself. Her own battles with psychosis, guilt over Rana's death, and years of emotional isolation have taught her the value of therapy and of not trying to go it alone. This dynamic creates a fascinating contrast. Carla, once the emotionally guarded one, is now the anchor. Lisa, the always reliable officer, is adrift. With the episode teasers and leaked location photos suggesting a dramatic scene in a wooded area, fans are bracing for impact. Possibilities range from a heartfelt confrontation over Carla's secret investigation into Becky, to Lisa finally having an emotional breakthrough, possibly triggered by a memory, discovery, or simply the weight of everything crashing down. Could Carla's interference push Lisa away? Or could it finally help her begin to heal? Some believe Lisa may revisit Becky's old case files, perhaps guided by Carla's research, and uncover something new. Others think a visit to Becky's memorial site could lead to a cathartic release. Either way, the upcoming scenes are expected to be emotionally charged, layered, and pivotal for the Swarla storyline. As Coronation Street continues to explore this complex relationship, one question remains central. Can love survive secrets, even those meant to heal? Carla's heart is in the right place, but her actions may force Lisa to confront things she's not yet ready to face. And Lisa, while strong, is still navigating a minefield of grief, regret, and unresolved trauma. Whether they emerge stronger or splinter under the weight of it all remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, this storyline is far from over. Fans should expect more emotional revelations, heartfelt performances, and perhaps, finally, a moment of healing that both women desperately need. With Allison King and Vicky Myers leading the charge, Coronation Street is delivering one of its most grounded, emotionally intelligent storylines in years. From therapy sessions and PTSD triggers to love in the face of loss, Carla and Lisa's journey reflects a reality many viewers know all too well: the long, messy, nonlinear path toward healing. And as Carla continues to stand by Lisa, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, viewers are reminded of one truth: sometimes the bravest thing we can do for someone we love is simply not give up on them.